Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Gaur Premanande. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahams Parirajakara Stotra Sata Srimad Divine Grace. Abhay Charanarvindesi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahams Parirajakara Stotra Sata Srimad Divine Grace Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki. Antakoti Vaishnavrinda ki. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Vitai Gaur Premanande. All glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirahi Nastaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Samam Bonam, Chapter 89. Krishna and Arjuna retrieves Brahmana's sons. So text 2. Tasya jignasasya vai Bhrugum Brahma Sutam Nipa Tajnanapai Presham Avusya So Abhagat Brahmana Swabhanam Tasya jignasasya vai Bhrugunam Brahma Sutam Rupa Tajnana Pai Previsyana Sayo So Abhagat Brahmana Swaganam Tasya jignasasya vai Bhrugunam Brahma Sutam Rupa Tajnana Pai Previsyama Usyu So Bhagat Brahmana Sambhavam. Please chant. Tasya jignasasate vai Braham Brahma Shatam Rupa Tajnana Pai Previsyamasu So Bhagat Brahmana Sambhavam. Tasya jignasasva sitai Bhrugum Brahmanitam Tvapa Tajgnanapati Presham Masu So Bhagat Brahmana Sambhavam Thank you very much. What word meaning tasya about this? Jignasasya with the desire of knowing. Te de. Why indeed. Bhrugum Bhrugumani. Brahmasutam, son of Brahma. Nripam, O king. Tad this. Jnanapatvai, to find out. Pesham asuhu, they sent. Saha, he. Abhagad, went. Brahmana, of the Lord Brahma. Sambham, to the court. Translation and purport by disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Right, translation. Eager to resolve this question, O King, the sages sent Lord Brahma's son Bhrigu to find out the answer. First he went to his father's court. Purport. As Srila Prabhupada explains in the Krsna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the plan decided upon by the sages was for Bhrigu to test which one of the predominating deities possessed the quality of goodness in full. One who is in the mode of goodness possesses such quality as tolerance, equanimity, whereas those conducted by the modes of passion and ignorance are prone to easily lose their temper. Text 3. To test how well Lord Brahma was situated in mode of goodness, Bhrigu failed to bow down to him or glorify him with prayers. The Lord became angry at him, inflamed into fury by his own passion. Text 4. Though anger towards his son was now rising within his heart, Lord Brahma was able to subdue it by applying his intelligence. In the same way, the fire of extinguishing by its own product water. Purport. Lord Brahma is sometimes affected by his contact with the mode of passion, but because he is Adi Kavi, the firstborn and foremost learned scholar in the universe, when anger begins to disturb his mind, he can control it by means of discriminating self-examination. In this instance, he reminded himself that Bhrigu was his son. Thus, in this verse, Sukadeva Goswami draws an analogy that Brahma's own expansion, his son, served to put out his anger just as the water, which originally evolved from elemental fire in the primeval creation, puts out a fire. Text 5. Bhrigu then went to Mount Kailasa. There the Lord Shiva stood up and happily came forward to embrace his brother. Purport. In the Vedic civilization, it is considered very important to properly greet one's family members, especially when one has not seen them for a long time. A worthy son should show respect to his father, a younger brother should honor his older brother, and the older brother should show affection to his younger brother in turn. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Ramayam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastyatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Vanchakalpatarvasya Kripa Sindhuvevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So here in this particular section that we see Bhrigu was chosen person to test the who is the best among the three predominating deities like Brahma, Vishnu or Shiva, who possess mode of goodness full. You know, one who is in the mode of goodness, these qualities naturally emanate. They can seen tolerance, equanimity. That's the first quality is tolerance. One who possesses mode of goodness. And question comes, why only Bhrigu is chosen? Why can't another in any other sages? So Bhrigu is the best among the sages, and also in the Bhagavad Gita 10.25, Lord Krishna says, among the sages, I am the Bhrigu. So he was totally qualified for the job. His status, since he identified himself Bhrugu's son, Sir Brahma's son, Bhrigu, so he could not hesitate to go in front of his father and test him. And when he was going to the Lord Brahma's planet, and he was thinking, let me test, you know, in that process, he did not pay obeisances. So that's in the Vedic culture, whenever you see elderly persons, or in that matter, your father, elder brother, or a senior devotee, you have to offer obeisances. That shows that you honor him, you respect him. And if it is not happening, if you think that why should I pay obeisances? Why should I offer respect? Why should I do this? Then there is no bhakti, there is no devotion. Because naturally, when a person knows the position of an higher authority, when a person knows what is his status, what is his level, and if he sees somebody is higher than me, then he offer obeisances. Then what happens? The knowledge will make your head to bend. For example, if somebody puts at least 5 lbs on your head or neck, what will happen? Naturally, you bend, right? Correct. Nobody will tell you, bend, because due to that weight which is put on your head, you naturally bend. Similarly, devotion, bhakti, and Vaishnava etiquette that has to remain in our head. When that remain in our head, the weight makes you bend. Otherwise, if that stuff does not remain in your head, you will not bend. Like just like example I gave you, if you have holding a 10 lbs on your head, naturally your head is bending. Similarly, the head inside our head, where one should glorify and one should understand the Vaishnava etiquettes, Vaishnava behavior. If these qualities are there in our mind, naturally we bend. Otherwise, we stand straight, stiff. We don't offer obeisances. The people offer obeisances, the deities and the sannyasis. Okay, thinking that, oh, okay, if I don't offer obeisances, some may think, I am awkward, or somebody will think, oh, this is, he does not have any manners. No, no, not like that. We should knowingly offer obeisances to each other. Raghunath Das Goswami, he used to offer obeisances by saying every Vaishnava, 1000 or some numbers is there. Per day he used to offer obeisances that many times to each and every Vaishnava. Because he has that knowledge in the mind. Naturally he was bending to each and every devotee. Whenever he see a Vaishnava, he offer obeisances. It doesn't matter whether he is a senior, junior or equal. He offer obeisances. And here Bhrigu was testing Brahma, and in the to test his quality of tolerance, and he could see that Brahma was not happy by his own son's behavior. When he see his son after a long time, and at the same time son is also seeing his father after a long time. That's a Vedic culture. Naturally, you pay obeisances, you offer a good words. How are you? How are you doing? And a person, if is not doing that, that is in mode of passion. So one may say, how to develop mode of goodness? One may develop mode of goodness, by rising up early in the morning, where the mode of goodness is prominent. That's why we prefer coming to Mangalarati, morning japa, morning attending Bhagavatam class. These are all in the mode of goodness. When you are in the mode of goodness, you act in mode of goodness. When you are not in the mode of goodness, you don't act in mode of goodness. What happens when you are not in the mode of goodness? You lose the temper easily. The mode of passion will arises and prone to easily lose the temper. What happens is that waking up early in the morning is not only for the devotional aspect, but in scientific also. There are body we have, in our body we have some different kinds of cells. Just like when you see alarm clock, if you set an alarm, it naturally rings alarm. Correct? If you set at 4 o'clock or 4:30, the naturally body you hear that sound, you wake up. Exactly, in our body also there are some cells. They became active during certain time period. During the morning time. When you did not wake up, what will happen is that the cells become even more actively, and it grows, multiplies, and when your body is not functioning, lying down, there are few consequences. One is that you will be getting more dreams which are not good, and after that those energy levels increases in the morning. When you don't utilize those energy levels, what happens is that during the daytime that energy is stored, you don't know where to release. And what happens is that usually, somebody, if somebody, you will lose the tolerance levels. When we lose the tolerance levels, even for a slightest mistakes, we get anger. We lose temper, slightest thing. In it may be somebody may be not adjusting the mic properly. It could be a prasadam, it could be something, some minute things will make you irritated, and you lose the temper, because that energy has level, possessed in your body. You did not use that energy, and what happens is that you lose the temper easily. That's why early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy and wise. So when you want to be in the mode of goodness, you have to wake up in the mode of goodness. Just like when you want to be a soldier, what you need to do? You got to join army. You got to get the training. You got to do the all the things which are required. When you want to become a teacher, what do you need to do? You have to learn the subject, then you have to undergo the training, you become a teacher. Similarly, when you want to be in the mode of goodness, you have to wake up early and do the things which are meant for. Otherwise, what is happen? We'll lose the temper. This is the lesson that we are learning here. Actually, this is not a lesson for Brahma. This is lesson for us. Brahma is acting. He is acting an example. He's showing by example. If we say that, say suppose we have a play. Here, drama is going on. Somebody take the play of Hiranyakashipu. Somebody will take a play of Prahlad Maharaj. Somebody will take the role of Kayadu. Somebody will take the role of Lord Nrsimhadev. It doesn't mean that a person who has taken the role of Hiranyakashipu is really Hiranyakashipu. Correct? It doesn't mean that if somebody taken role of Prahlad, he is really Prahlad. No. He has taken just role. Similarly, Lord Brahma did not speak any single word. If when he sees that his son is not offering obeisances, inside he got anger. There is one reason, which actually two reasons. One is it shows that Lord Brahma is not possessing of full of mode of goodness qualities. And the second reason is that when Brahma speaks, what happens? Then Bhrigu says that okay, you are the maybe supreme Lord, you possess all good qualities. Because Brahman intelligently he conquered his anger by remaining silent. Here we see this in the text verse. Though the anger towards his son was rising within his heart, Brahma was able to subdue it by applying his intelligence in the same way that fire is extinguished by its own product, water. It's not that Brahma was inside happy. Inside he was very, very angry at his son. Then he applied his intelligence that he's my son, I should not get angered. That is one reason. Second reason is that if I speak, the anger will come. And he thinks that his sons think that he's the supreme lord, but he should not think I'm the supreme lord, because he says that the word of speech, the ability to speak, it is given by the supreme lord Krishna. Let him go to Krishna. He can only speak. That's why he remained silent. He did not speak any word. Though he was a Adi Kavi firstborn and the foremost learned scholar in the universe. When anger begins to disturb his mind, he can control it by discrimination, by self examination. So, then, one more thing, when we see that anger comes, what is the spelling of anger? Anger. When you remove A, if you add D, what will happen? Danger. Danger. The one word, if you change, anger becomes danger. Exactly. When you don't have a control on your anger, it will become danger. When you in anger mood, you may do something which is harmful to others or your own self. Just like in olden days, when kings used to have a place called anger room. There is a particular room which is if you are if you are anger, you will be placed in that room. Just like in Ramayana, when Kaikeyi got anger, she did not remain in the palace. She remained in the room where people will go there. That means they are showing anger. They are in anger mode, because anger is such a disease. It pollutes the other person's consciousness also. It contaminates, it inflicts. Just like if somebody has a disease like what you call flu, If you go nearby him, there are chances you also getting flu. Just like we seen that coronavirus, maintain 5 feet distance. You had all those things because it is contagious. It spreads fastly. But this anger is also very much diseased. That if somebody is in anger, then we just ask him first drink water. It calms down. And somebody is in anger, he should be, you know, keep distance from anyway everyone. Nowadays we don't have any anger room. Those days in Kings used to have one room is for anger. If you get anger, because there are chances that you contaminate, or there are chances you infect your anger, your consciousness to others also. That's why they have given distance. But nowadays what we can do is that when you're anger, you're disturbed, you have to do self-examination, calm down, think about why you got an anger. Then that anger is subdued by intelligence. What intelligence? So when you are getting anger, you don't discriminate what is good, what is bad, what is harmful, what is good, what is harmful for others. So when, as Brahma intelligently he subdued his anger with a self-examination, and with that self-examination he puts down anger by water. Well, that means that intelligence. That intelligence says that he's my son. I should not get anger. But inside he got an anger. But Bhrugumuni could able to figure it out. Externally he may look smilingly, Hare Krishna, but internally he was very, very angry. So in the text 5, he says that, then Bhrugumuni went out for Kailash. When he went for Kailash, Lord Shiva, by seeing him, he happily came forward, embraced his brother. And in the Vedic civilization, it is considered very, very important that properly greeting a family members, especially when one has not seen for a longer time. A worthy son should show respect his father, younger brother, and should honor his older brother, and older brother should show affection for his younger brother in return. So that is not something which is impractical, which is very, very practical to show respect. If somebody is gone for a long time, at least a week or 4 days, we greet each other, right? It's nice to be you back. So similarly here we see that Lord Shiva, he happily came forward and to embrace him. And in that, when at that time, what will happen is that it is a family member's affection. One should not think that okay, after a long time he came again. He should not have a headache. Why he came back again? He should. That's the Vaishnava etiquette. So, when there are, like it says, Atiti Devo Bhava. You respect your guest. Guest can come anytime. When guest comes, he may be in anxiety, he may be in hungry, he may be in difficult, or he may be in tired. There are different things are going in his mind, in his body. He may be tired, he may be angry, or he may be restless, or he may be doing, he may be, what you call, for journey, he was very, very, no rest in the journey. So when he comes, naturally you should ask, to him take a water, sit, ask him to sit to play, give him a place to sit, and ask him, offer him nice words. How are you? It's been long time. Then after that, you have to ask him what he wants to eat. Then within his body, that fire will calm down. There is a fire in his feet. The fire in the feet means like when he is walking, when he is traveling, the fire automatically generates. You should calm down that fire by pouring water to the feet. When guest comes, it's there in tradition. Naturally, you give him water to wash his feet. Why? To calm down that fire. When that fire is gone, next you should ask him to sit. Then body fire is gone. When that body fire is gone, when offer him a sweet words. How are you? Offer him a good words. When you offer those good words, the fire in the mind is gone. And the last fire which is remain, stomach. You offer him a water, fruits, or something to eat. This fire is gone. There are the pancha, what you call agni. When a guest comes, so this is a Vedic tradition. Here we see that when Bhrigu Muni went to the Brahma's place, he did not offer anything. He was just anger. And instead of offering a good word, he did not offer his obeisances to his father. And in return, his father got anger. And he could not show his affection. And here, Bhrigu Muni was also traveling within three worlds, because Bhrigu Muni can travel within three worlds just like this. It's not that he has special, special rockets, but he has special mystic power. He can travel anywhere and come back, because here the people in the sages, they were waiting for his answer. They have to be quick. Who is that person that who can go to the different personalities and come back quickly? And they selected Bhrigu because he is very quick, he has intelligence, and he is a perfect candidate to test the demigods, to test these deities like Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. So he is a quick thing. It's not that he will be okay. We will wait for one yuga or 10 millions of years to come back. No, here is a Bhrigu is a something which is very very quick and shift, and he comes back. So here Lord Shiva was stood up, and he's very quickly he's coming towards his brother to embrace, and that will see what is happening. So in the meanwhile, we see that when the Bhrigu was testing the qualities who possess the mode of goodness in full, and in that Jiva Goswami states that Brahma was affectionate towards him, and Shiva took him as a brother and was affectionate to the Brahmanas. So he went to Brahma assembly to face fearlessly in order to understand Brahma's greatness. Vanchashila Radhanath Maharaj gave in same topic a lecture which was very tolerating in the provoking situations. One's greatness is measured by how he can able to tolerate even in a provoking situation. That line, which gives you a deeper meaning. One may be say, I'm very tolerant, I'm very humble, I'm very, like gentle, but that will be tested in the provoking situation. Naturally, if somebody says, I'm very humble, you see that, okay, you are very tolerant, you are humble, okay. How do we test that? When in a provoking situation. In the provoking situation, that can be tested. So here the provoking situation for Brahma is when Bhrigu Muni did not offer obeisances, being a son now. And Sanatana Goswami says that what to speak of discussing, even they sent Bhrigu, since they desired to know who was the greatest. O king, this expressed amazement. He was suitable since he was Brahma's son. He went to his father's court to know his greatness, or he went quickly in order to give him knowledge, or he went without fear. So Sanatana Goswami gives step by step meaning. So sometimes we see that somebody, if you don't greet him properly, if you neglect him, if somebody is being neglected, then he will get angry immediately, right? If somebody says, I did not say Hare Krishna to you and I was busy in my service, if it is happen frequently, then I immediately think, so what happens to this Prabhu? Why is he not saying Hare Krishna? For slightest thing also gets anger. So in that, coming to the text 3, see what Jiva Goswami says, like, sorry, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is, he did not offer respect in order to test Brahma's quality of Sattva Guna, of his greatness. Since Bhrigu did not offer, this is Jiva Goswami commentary, since Bhrigu did not offer respect to glorify Brahma in order to test his excellence, Brahma, worshipped by all because he created the universe, became angry at him, blazing prominently with his extraordinary power. So what could he also that he could not speak? Somebody, if they have created so much, or if somebody achieved which is task impossible or not impossible, which is very difficult task, if he achieved, naturally he looks for recognition, acknowledgement at least. Oh, you done very well. Oh, you have done this good job. Thank you. If that is not being addressed, that is not being acknowledged, naturally the person become upset and anger. Correct. In this material world, we see that if somebody has done some Herculean task or somebody has done the thing which is very difficult, if you don't appreciate him, he will feel bad. But here is a Brahma who has created the universes. You see this universe, how big it is. He has created the universe, whole universe. And for that person, you are not respecting him. How it is, insulting for him. See, just like you imagine you done something, service, which is normal, regular service, and nobody says, okay, then you will get upset. So see, that's why we should be always seeking the pleasure or seeking the nourishment from hearing, reading, chanting, and discussing Bhagavatam. Because people in this world, they may appreciate, they may not appreciate. They may recognize your achievements, your work, or they may not. People in this world, they may recognize your task, or they may recognize or they may not the contribution that you have done to this organization or to your family. But Lord will recognize. Lord will rewards to you whatever you have done, because Lord is reciting each and everyone's heart. He knows what you have done with what intention. Equally He awards you. But don't put your faith, don't invest your energy, impressing others. If you try to impress others for sake of your glorification, they may do it or they may not do it. Today they may do it for your action. At the same time, same people, tomorrow they may criticize you. Correct? A family man works day and night for his family happiness, not for just he what the family man wants, head of the family wants just love and affection. They may show, sometimes they may not show, but Lord will show 100%, because with sincere you're trying to please the Lord. That's why we whatever you do in your day to day life, one goal should be in your mind to let Lord be pleased by this activity. Not that oh, he should be pleased, my authority should be pleased, my mentor should be pleased. No, of course they naturally they get pleased by your action, but one thing you should do, that let Lord be pleased by this action. If I give a class, let Lord should be pleased, not for I want so many appreciation, not for that so many people will say, oh, very nice class, very good class. No, if you are doing to impress others, people in this material world, that is a zero. You know, not you should not impress. I'm not saying you should not impress, but at the same time, your main goal should impress. Let that Krishna be pleased. Let the Guru be pleased. People in this world, they may not again appreciate how much appreciation you need, but Lord will appreciate. People, personalities, they are different personalities, but you should try to impress Supreme Person. You know, then the Lord is pleased. So here, coming back to this one, he was, though he was testing to Brahma, but Brahma couldn't able to control his anger. He did not. That anger is not manifest into action. That anger remains within him. Due to intelligence, he is controlled. Then, and he controlled his anger in his mind without having accepted apologies. Since he was capable of affection, since he was born of Vishnu, he taught as follows: a fire is extinguished by his own product, by its product, water. My anger is extinguished because he is my son who has arisen from me. So this is the different purport. And when he arrived at Mount Kailash, having come, the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments, having committed a mental offense to Brahma, and seeing his display of mode of passion, having thus tested him, Bhrigu understood Brahma could not overcome his passion. And then he went to superior Shiva and he committed more offense than mental offense, which is verbal offense to Lord Shiva. This described in next two verses. So Jiva Goswami says then another commentary, the Brahma showed Rajas which blocked Sattva, and Shiva showed Sattva which blocked Tamas, and then Tamas which blocked Sattva. So Shiva was worthy of worshipping by the universe, and the Lord of everyone. In the joy of rose, embraced Bhrigu by spreading his arms, since he accepted Bhrigu as his brother. So in the next another verses we will see what will happen. So I can stop here. Any questions or comments? Okay.
Thank you for the class, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Can you reduce the volume? Hare Krishna. Now you speak.
Yes, Prabhu, you were saying about impressing. Now, I couldn't hear it that clear, but we used to have a saying about when we used to get, when you look good, you try to impress somebody. Okay, so how can you, you have to impress. You have to impress, right? So what you're saying is don't Don't be in that state of mind where you're trying to impress. Is that what you said?
Yeah, my point is that, you know, you do your service or a duty or the particular task perfectly with the intention of, you know, not 100%, he should get, and I should get 100%. I should get 100%, returns. Thing is that when you're like, for example, you are doing chant, you are no we chant 16 rounds for what? To ask to please the Lord, to please the Guru. But at the same time, when you do some service, and okay, let I will do in a such a way such service that he should see me, I am only the person who is doing this. I'm like making that to show off. Don't do show off business. Do it nicely. Naturally your recognition comes. But if something like, oh, if my spiritual master is seeing, let me offer obeisances. No, even without seeing, you should offer obeisances to him, spiritual master. Or when he sees, I will offer obeisances. When he does not see, I will not offer. So that mean, what is that mean is like, if you do it nicely and think that let Lord be pleased. Not that okay, when he is seeing, okay, I will do clean nicely. When he is not seeing, I will put it away as it is. Like just like, when you do breakfast transfer, whatever, when no somebody is seeing, I will do nicely. Otherwise, I have no intention to do something. That's what I say. Thank you so much. All right. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur